So thanks, Tequila, for inviting me. This is a great opportunity on a Saturday morning, and I'm sure participants are learning a lot here. A quick 10 minutes, which I'm going to spend with you about the future of QA in a Gen AI world. And let me deep dive into it. Yes, and thanks for the wonderful introduction. You can connect with me on this platform and I mean talk further because I know I have only 10 minutes to talk to you. And of course, I will be available on the Slack channel also. So now, one of the important things as testers, we are always questioned, we are always challenged, is about the value which we bring to our world, right? What is the value which we have, right? Or what is the value we bring to our world? So how do we define value? I think that is what we need to understand, right? That when we say that, oh, testers have to contribute to value, or what is the meaning of the word value? I think the equation is very simple. It is benefit divided by cost. And in cost, benefits in our terms is the number of defects we find, the number of bugs we are able to find, and we are able to save our businesses from any costs, right? Well, cost is at the denominator, the benefit is at the numerator. Now, over the years, I'm sure all of us have heard that testers are not contributing, right? The value equation has cracked. I'm not really getting any ROI from my investment in testing, whether it is testing tools, whether it is testing associates, whether it is the test strategy document, what we have. I'm really not getting any value out of it. And what could be the reason? I think this is something which is known to everyone that why is our QA equation cracked is because we are too much focused on the deadlines rather than focusing on the quality. So in any conversation you take, our entire construct, the conversation construct is more about, oh, I have to finish so many test cases by so and so date, or I have to complete this activity by so and so timeline, right? Rather than the focus is on quality. And I'm not blaming only the testers here. It is a joint collaboration between developers, testers, BAs, architects, DevOps, everyone is in this entire blame game, if I were to say, that the deadline has overpowers any serious discussion about the importance of quality and why quality at the end of the day is going to give you more benefits than just focusing on deadline. The second is we consider testing to be more of a cost center rather than as a value creation center. And unfortunately, this has been the norm in the service industry. In a product industry, I would say to certain extent, this has been reduced, though not completely evaporated. We still consider it as more as an investment than a value which it generates. But I'm happy to know that GCCs now, the Global Capability Centers, are giving a thought to it. And they are giving that kind of a respect to a testing community that it's a value creation initiative. It's not a cost center. It's not an expense, but it's a value creation at the end of the day. And last but not the least, too much, again, I would say focus on automation. Yes, I'm not saying that automation is not important, but at the end of the day, more than automation, more than whether it is manual or automation, it's about the appreciation. What kind of an appreciation we are getting, right? How much of dollars of business have we saved, right? That is the language. That is the language even we as testers need to speak in our forum, right? It's not about, okay, I automated these many cases or I had these workflows which have been automated. Yes, that is the technical part of it. But the business part of it, the language in which you communicate to the business, I think that also needs a big change, which is there. So those are the elements of our QA value equation. And I feel that if we can shift, again, I'm not saying that you have to shift right again, but the items on the right hand side, if you see, are really what are going to make us thrive even in this Gen AI world. Okay, moving ahead. So I'm proposing something very interesting here. It's some kind of what I call it as an elevate way of improving our competency, improving our value in the entire ecosystem. I call it as RISE. It is all about reimagining your testing purpose. Why? Why are we doing testing, right? Why are we writing these test cases? It's about integrating quality at each and every step, which we are doing. I'm not saying that we are not doing, but there's a kind of a different choice which I would like to give here. Support. How do we move from basically support to a trust-based environment? And it's about intellect at the end of the day. Yes, intelligence is there, but I firmly believe that intellect is something which we have to build. There can be multiple intelligence, as we know, right? Today it is artificial intelligence. Tomorrow it could be something else. But at the end of the day, if as testers we would like to thrive, we need to elevate our intellect, not just intelligence. So, what is this reimagining testing purpose? As I said, we have to move from a gatekeeper to a value enabler process. I won't spend time on that because I already covered that. Our entire narrative has to move from defect finder to a trust enabler. As I said, how much of impact we have delivered to the business? What is this value of the partnership? Whether it's a partnership between the development team and the testing team, or whether it's a partnership between the client and the service provider. How much of trust has, as testers, we have been able to build that? And lastly, yes, beyond matrix, it's about that intelligence in that partnership, right? That intellectual partnership and the business impact which you would like to create. So that is what I would say as a reimagining the purpose, reimagining the way, the language in which we talk, right? Even the testing reports, if we can have it on the right hand side of the equation, that is definitely going to add value. That is definitely going to add some more brownie points to we as testers and the careers what we have. I is integrating quality at every step. Yes, I think Rahul talked about a very important thing. Rahul talked about differentiation in our resumes, in our LinkedIn post. Here I'm talking about integration. Yeah, I mean, I think many of us would be remembering integration and differentiation from our 10th standard, 12th standard mathematics, right? So it's about an integrated testing pipeline. It's not about testing in isolation. That entire ecosystem, that entire end-to-end business flow, right? You'd be surprised to know that in our current engagement, we have business users who are actually reviewing our non-functional test cases with us. And they go into the, I mean, yes, they're not a technology folks, but they definitely ask that, tell us where is this traceability that this performance has to be so and so in your code. Show us that. Okay, they may not understand what the code is, but they want to know, have we considered it or not? So the entire integrated testing pipeline, right from a hello world code till the, I would say, the test automation frameworks, till AI driven test data, all these things has to be integrated, and quality is something which has to be there in each and every step of this ecosystem. So it's about integration rather than having those segregated, or I would say disconnected pipelines which are there. So that entire one piece testing is what we are calling it. No Great Wall of China between, let's say, the developers community and the testing community. Okay, so that's the one thing. And of course, the three amigo principle, the developers, the testers, and the business analysts working as one cohesive single unit. Okay, S is support, right? We all know testing is considered as a support, but no. Now the new world order says that testers have to be a partner, right? And this very classic meme, what is there, right? The classic meme. Yeah, I think someone has raised a hand. I don't know if it is for me.
Ashutosh.
Okay. Yes,
Sorry,
sir.
that's the 30 seconds.
Okay,
Good.
okay, yeah. So basically, testers need to basically move from that zone of supporting. Yes, we support, but see the problem statement here, right? In the interest of time, I'm not reading that problem statement, but I'm sure you have seen this meme that we have to move from a validation-based model to a basically a trust-based model. It's not about partnership, it's about trust, right? Both the parties, the developers and the testers, they should be trusting each other in this entire journey. And how do we build trust? It can only be built through confidence, building intellect, and amplifying it through the collaboration piece. Okay, one of my last slides, which is there, is the power of intellect. So we all have been talking about intelligences, but here I'm going to talk about intellect. Now, one of the important things we also need to do is we need to understand how testing actually is progressing in the AI world. X-axis, if you see, are routine tasks, and y-axis are the sensitivity tasks. And definitely there's a call which we have to take, which tasks can actually AI do and which tasks can human beings do better. So this framework, in the interest of time, I'm not going into the details of it. Typically, the ones which are protect area, the 4 zone area, the zone number 4, what you see, are exclusively human-based tasks in testing. AI can inform but not act. Whereas number 1 tasks are something which we can easily automate to the testing world. Now, I'll be happy to talk about this model in the interest of time in the Slack box. And I will take a pause here. Okay, but with just one statement that AI at the end of the day is a tester's co-pilot. Okay, human testers bring that empathy, bring that ethics and the context, but AI brings that speed with us. So with that, on that note, I end my talk. Thanks once again, Takila, for giving me an opportunity, and happy to continue this discussion in the Slack room. Thank you very much.